There's a place within you that has never been touched by fear, a silence so deep it holds the entire universe. But to hear it, you must stop running. You must surrender, not to the chaos, not to the pain, but to this moment exactly as it is. 1. The struggle against now. We live in a world that teaches us to resist the present. We're told to fight against discomfort, to chase what's next, to escape what we feel. When pain comes, we try to numb it. When joy comes, we try to hold on to it. We fear what we cannot control, and so we grip tighter. We clench. We resist. But have you ever noticed that no matter how hard you resist, the moment keeps arriving anyway? The breath still comes. The sound still rings. The present is relentless. It does not wait for your approval. And yet, there is a quiet invitation in every breath. Let go. Come home. Surrender to me. 2. What is surrender? In the Buddhist path, surrender is not about defeat. It is not passive. It is not giving up. It is the radical act of letting go of control, of softening into what is, rather than struggling to shape it into what we want it to be. To surrender to the moment is to trust the unfolding. It is to recognize that you are not separate from this moment. You are this moment, and it is perfect in its imperfection. The Buddha never told us to escape reality. He taught us to look directly into it, to observe it, to embrace it without resistance. When we surrender, we stop fighting the river. We stop trying to swim upstream. We begin to float. We begin to breathe. We begin to be free. 3. The illusion of control. Control gives the illusion of safety. We think if we can just plan enough, prepare enough, protect enough, we can avoid suffering. But the truth is, suffering arises from clinging, from resisting what is real, from expecting permanence in a world that is constantly changing. Everything changes. Your thoughts, your emotions, your body, your relationships, your status. All of it is impermanent. The more we try to hold on, the more we suffer. The moment you accept this is the moment your freedom begins. 4. The power of now in Buddhist teaching. In the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha instructs his disciples to observe the body in the body, feelings in feelings, mind in mind, all as they truly are in the present. This is the path of mindfulness, noticing without judgment, witnessing without interference. To surrender to the moment is to observe without coloring, to be aware without control. It is not about liking what you see. It is about seeing clearly. Clarity brings peace, and from peace, compassion arises. When we stop fighting the now, we begin to understand ourselves more deeply. We begin to understand others. 5. Emotional surrender, letting the storm pass. There are moments when grief hits like a wave, moments when anger burns hot, moments when anxiety spins us into fear. Our first instinct is to resist, to distract, avoid, blame, or suppress. But the Buddha taught, if you see clearly, you will suffer less. What if, instead of resisting the storm, you stood still and let it pass through you? What if you breathed with your grief, listened to your anger, held your fear like a child? To surrender emotionally is to open the door, to allow the emotion to visit, not as a master, but as a messenger. All emotions pass, like clouds in the sky. They only stay longer when we chase them away. 6. Real-life moments of surrender. Think of the moment you stopped arguing with someone you loved and simply listened. Think of the time you couldn't fix a problem and you chose to just be present with it. Think of the quiet peace after crying fully, without holding back. These are moments of surrender, moments when we let go of our need to control and allow life to flow as it will. And always, after surrender, there's a softness, a peace, a wisdom that could not come through resistance. 7. Surrender does not mean you do nothing. It's important to understand. Surrender is not an action. It is not passivity or laziness. Rather, it is inspired action. It is action that comes from awareness, not reactivity. When you surrender to the moment, you stop acting out of fear. You begin to act out of love, out of clarity, out of inner stillness. The decisions you make in surrender are more aligned with truth because they're not clouded by ego or control. This is why surrender transforms you. It returns you to your natural state, gentle, grounded, free. 8. Practices to cultivate surrender. So how do we learn to surrender? How do we stop fighting the present moment? 1. Mindful breathing. Your breath is the doorway. Whenever resistance arises, return to your breath. Feel the inhale. Feel the exhale. No need to change anything. Just observe. 2. Body awareness. Notice where in your body you hold tension. Is your jaw tight? Are your shoulders clenched? Gently release. Breathe into that space. 3. Labeling without judgment. I see fear. I notice anger. I feel sadness. This labeling creates space. It prevents identification. 4. Daily reflection. At the end of the day, ask, where did I resist life today? Where did I surrender? What did each moment teach me? 5. Letting go of the outcome. Do your best. Speak your truth. Then release the result. The present moment is already enough. 9. The gifts of surrender. When you live in surrender, you become softer, not weaker, but open. You respond rather than react. You listen rather than speak over. You love rather than demand. You discover a deeper compassion for yourself. You forgive more easily. You stop needing to prove. And in this stillness, you begin to hear the quiet voice of wisdom within you, the one that was always there, but buried beneath the noise of resistance. Surrender brings you home to yourself. 10. Final reflection. Trusting the moment. This moment right now is not a mistake. It does not need to be fixed or fought. It needs to be seen, felt, held, trusted. The Buddha reminded us, just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again. And the only place we can do that is here, now, in the aliveness of this moment. So pause. Take one slow breath. Feel the ground beneath you. Notice the sensations, the emotions, the space. And whisper quietly within yourself, I surrender, not because life has beaten you, but because you are finally ready to meet it. This moment has always waited for you, patiently, lovingly, without judgment. And when you finally return to it, you remember you were never separate. You were always whole. Surrender isn't about giving up. It's about coming home. And in that home, there is peace. There is freedom. There is you.